What up, bitches? Back at it again with another episode of the motherfucking CJ Bronson podcast. Today is Thursday, May 26th, 2022. It's Thirsty Thursday, or Turn Up Thursday, or whatever gets you in the mood to tackle Thursday. Yes, some of you might have a long 3-day weekend ahead. Good for you. Memorial Day weekend. Ooh, barbecue, spend time with the family, go shopping, whatever. That may be your plan for the weekend, but it's not here yet, bitch. It's only Thursday. That means we got to get through today. And we can do it. We can get through it together. I hope. I mean, listen, I hope. I can only hope. I speak positive and be positive. That's all I can do. I was hoping today to not discuss anything that has to do with kids. But as you guys know, what happened with Texas the other day, that's still making the news. And I'm sorry to say this, but it's going to continue to make the news. They are really on an offense to take away the guns in this country. It starts with assault rifles and it trickles down. In my opinion, that's the goal, so they can get ultimate power and control over us. But again, as you guys know, I'm paranoid, I'm crazy, conspiracy theorist, whatever. But again, what happened in Texas was a tragedy. All school shootings are tragedies, not just in that one. Any shooting period is a tragedy. But a lot of people, I feel like even if you take the guns away, people will still find a way to kill. Right? I mean, look at the guy in Wisconsin, ran over people with his car. We talked about this already. We're not going to take away all cars, right? Drunk driving kill people all the time. We don't take away alcohol, right? CJ, this is the kids. I understand. But again, it's mental health. I believe it's a mental health issue. I believe it begins at the home, begins with your peers. It begins with, reaching out to people who you may suspect may be suffering or mentally or physically. It's so important. But today's episode, I want to discuss this interesting kind of, I don't know how to say this. It's off-putting, article, because as a parent, I would find this upsetting. As a parent, I'd find this appalling, and very disturbing. And the title of the article, rather, is High School Drag Pageant Featuring Male Teens in Lingerie. That's enough to really be like, what the hell is this? This is why I clicked on the article. Is it clickbait? We'll find out together. As you guys know, I don't read the article. I only read the headlines, and then I save it for later. But the full headline, brace yourself, it's a doozy. High School Drag Pageant featuring male teens in lingerie giving lap dances to staff. Let that sink in. High school drag pageant. So it's an actual drag pageant at the school, at the high school, features male teens, I'm assuming students, in lingerie, male students in lingerie, giving lap dances. That's enough. But who are they giving lap dances to? The staff. That's what I gathered from the title. Let's read on. This is crazy. Let's see. Hazard County, Kentucky school drag pageant. Middle America, right? Is that Kentucky? I don't know. Male students wore women's lingerie and danced on and around administrators, and female students dressed as Hooters waitresses. Okay, so the female students were dressed as Hooters waitresses. Interesting. At a Hazard County, Kentucky school drag pageant. Okay, so that's the first paragraph. What does this teach? Right? It's a high school. What are you teaching this? Is this some kind of work program? Right? Are the girls getting paid by Hooters or something? Is this you're learning how to, like, an occupational kind of thing where you're learning how to work as a Hooters waitress? But I don't understand why all the girls there are dressed as Hooters waitresses and all the boys are dressed in lingerie, women's lingerie, doing lap dances. I don't understand what job this teaches like a positive job. I hope there's no money involved because that would be really awkward. But let's keep reading and find out. An investigation is now underway after photos of the Hazard High School's homecoming. What a great name, too, Hazard. Right? This is a real hazard. The Hazard High School's homecoming festivities emerged that showed teenage students wearing scant clothing. You don't hear that word too often. Scant. What kind of clothing you got on? Oh, I got some scant clothing on. Oh, scant, you say? Yeah, I went shopping for Memorial Day weekend. I went looking for some clothing. I wasn't sure what kind of clothes to buy, but then I found this amazing collection of scant clothing. I said, "Ooh, this is for me." And women's lingerie, lap dancing for staff members in the gymnasium. Now, you could argue that, oh, this is just maybe an upset student. Maybe it's an upset faculty member. Maybe an upset parent who wrote this article. But no, there are photos. And the photos are very disturbing. Super disturbing. Of course, they're available on my Twitter at CJ Bronson Show. I'll try to put a link in the description below. The freaking mayor is there. The mayor and the Hazard High School principal, Donald Happy Mobilini. Dude, his nickname is Happy. Yeah. The mayor of the Hazard High School principal, the mayor and the Hazard High School principal, Donald Happy Mobilini, also received a lap dance from the young boys. Other photos show female students dressed as Hooters waitresses and students and staff paddling each other. What? What are you? This is a high school. What are you teaching here? You know, what are you teaching? What happened to home ec? Shop. Those actually taught things, and they got rid of those things. They replaced it with this. What is this considered? Art? Is it considered? What are you considering this as? I feel like this is imagine being your parent. Hey, son, how's school today? That's fine. I got a rash from the thong, the scant clothing. What? Or maybe the parents are down. Maybe I don't know Hazard. I don't know Kentucky like that. Maybe all the parents are down with this. Because, the kids are going to have to buy the clothing, right? They're high schoolers, so I don't know if they have jobs. Well, the waitresses at Hooters might have helped them out somehow. But I don't know how they, how they got the uniforms or got the clothing. But you would, if you're paying attention to your kid, I always preach, if you're paying attention to your kid, you would have noticed, why is little Timmy wearing a thong, a woman's thong, and high heels, and makeup? Well, let's keep reading. The superintendent said the district, quote, has a tradition of excellence and academics and everything we do. But the incident is being investigated, and once the investigation is complete, appropriate action will be taken. End quote. So the tradition of excellence and academics is not being shown in these photos. I don't know, is this like what you do to celebrate your tradition of excellence and academics? Because I hate to see what you do when those scores drop. When when you're not so excellent, what happens? If this is the celebration, what happens when it's not good? I don't see how a teenager dressed up as a stripper, rubbing his hands on the belly of a grown man in the middle of a gymnasium floor. Oh yes, the picture shows that. There's a man I'm assuming the principal / mayor, whatever, in blue. One picture he has his mask on, which is safe. You want to be safe, guys. It's important to be safe when you're getting a lap dance from a teenager in the middle of a gymnasium. You want, again, the school, again, don't forget, the superintendent said it himself, has a tradition of excellence and academics and everything we do. But the incident is being investigated. So this is, you want to be safe, and you want to keep that tradition of excellence and academics. You keep your mask on, you rub my belly, you ride me, you grind on me like Lil Nas X grinds on Satan. in his music video. And this is cool. And they're all laughing in the picture. Well, the other picture, he has his mask off and he's laughing it up. Oh, man, you got to see this. He's loving life. Wow. And there's people in the crowd watching on. This is disgraceful. Hannah Nightingale, Washington, D.C., Tony Cons Tatman, Kentucky Department of Education spokeswoman, said the department is aware of what took place in Hazard Independent Schools and has been in contact with the superintendent, who says the incident is under investigation. Again, this is like the other episode. I'm like, where is the investigation? What is there to be under? You have all the kids in the photo. It's visual. You could see their faces because the majority of them don't have their mask. The mayor slash president, whatever, principal rather, mayor slash principal, took off his mask. Excuse me. Need a sip of water there. Took off his mask in one of the photos while he's getting the lap dance. Where's the investigation taken? Like, what do you need to investigate? Were these kids being paid? Like, could it get any worse? Like, is this where it begins? Where does it end? Is this the after party or the beginning? You know, I don't, maybe that's the investigation. I mean, as far as if this actually took place, the photos and is enough to say that it did take place. But maybe they're investigating to see how far it went. Ooh. Disgusting. Cons Tatman wrote in an email, school district superintendents are required to report instances of educator misconduct to the Education Professional Standards Board per Kentucky law. Therefore, if the investigation finds a certified educator likely violated the Kentucky Educator Code of Ethics, the superintendent is required to report this to the EPSB for potential action. This guy should be arrested. He should be in jail. These are minors. You're putting them in positions to do sexual things in public. So number one, it's humiliating for the kids. Number one, they probably feel like they have to do it because you're the fucking principal slash mayor or whatever you are in this picture, whoever this is. They kind of have an obligation to do it. Right? You can't really say no. It's your future. So he should be in jail. Should be fined. He should be arrested. He should be never be allowed to teach again. This is uncalled for. Like, what is the reasoning for this? I want to hear his explanation. What could you say if you were caught in this predicament? Let's just say you were a crazy pervert like this. And you were caught in this predicament. What could you have said to defend yourself? Oh, well, I just want to make sure that these kids understand that doing this is wrong. And the only way to show that it's wrong is by to dress them up like women and have them grind on me. And this is where you'll end up if you don't study. Like, what are you going to say? What are you going to say? I would love to hear the explanation. Quote, if any citizen of Commonwealth feels that the Kentucky's Educator Code of Ethics was violated by a certified educator, they can also file a complaint with the EPSB. End quote. Man, if I lived in Kentucky, y'all, if you guys live in Kentucky and you see this article and you hear this podcast, please do your research. But I would advise you to contact them. And file a complaint. It says to do so right here with the EPSB. This is crazy. You'll see the photo. Imagine if your kid, I don't know if your kid's in high school in Kentucky, but if your kid's in middle school, eventually he will be in high school. What if the other perverted mayors slash principals find out and they want to do that at your Kentucky high school? Oh, that's a good idea. Hooters, you say? Hooters and scant clothing? Oh, that sounds like a great time. Yeah. Aster Sizemore, a board member for Hazard Independent Schools, who says he was not at the event, reported, quote, normally the principal, Happy Mobilini, is pretty dadgum strict, so that surprises me unless someone pulled something out of a hat. A kid comes to school with a short dress, he makes them go home and change. So this board member who claims wasn't there is speaking up for Happy, the principal, and says that normally he sends kids home who are dressed inappropriately. Save that for the festivity. Listen, I told you this. Every year we do this festivity where you dress up in lingerie and a Hooters waitress outfit, and that's what you got to wear. You wear that on that day. Come on, guys, we've been over this. It's I I'm speechless. Speechless that I have to report this. It's insane with everything going on. You have to worry about this shit. I have to look into it further. I want to see if this investigation actually took place, if this is just the beginning. I don't know. Unfortunately, this article has no date, believe it or not. So I don't know. I have to do further research on that. But I just found it interesting because you don't know what's going on, right? You think, oh, there's a festivity at your high school. Okay, go ahead, Timmy. Go ahead, Timmy. How much you need? $20? Okay, go ahead. And Timmy's taking that $20 and he goes and buys lingerie to wear to these quote unquote festivities in the gymnasium. Everyone's going, Mom. Mom, they're all going. I gotta go. I can't not go. The principal said I had to go. Okay, well, principal said I gotta go. And the mom is like, all right, go ahead. I gotta check Facebook, so go ahead. I'll be on Facebook. You go ahead. I'll stay home on Facebook and watch whatever. The Bachelorette, and you go have a good time. Make mommy proud. Okay, Mom. I don't know, because where are the parents? The parents didn't say nothing. I don't see anything mentioned here about the parents. There doesn't seem to be any kind of outrage from them. The school board is speaking up, defending themselves, saying yada yada yada, how great this Happy is. Happy's the best. Sends people home when they're underdressed. But where are the parents? What do you guys think? Who's really to blame here? Is it Happy? Is it the actual school? Because again, there were other administrators there. Are the parents to blame, or do they all have a little piece of it? Right? Because I'm sorry to say this, you can't trust the school systems as much as you used to back in my day. Right? You can't. Look at this shit. Let's see. I found another article. As I'm talking, I found another one by The Sun. Let's see. So this was reported. Oh, wow. So this was reported back in October of last year. Excuse me. So there's no update so far. Some photos appear to include cheerleaders dressed in Hooters waitress uniforms and carrying what seems to look like alcohol. Others show a male student giving school principal Donald Happy Mobilini, also the mayor, a lap dance. There were allegedly also paddlings giving out between staff and students. Let's see here. And again, the photos. Geez, excuse me. There's so many photos and pop-ups on the Sun's website. Slow down, Sun. Relax. Combs also said that disciplinary actions have taken place and that all... Give me 1 second here. Ooh, pop up. That while the district supports creativity in the spirit of school activities, the incidences depicted in the photos were taken, quote, too far, end quote. Wow. Creativity in the spirit of school activities. I don't think paddling a boy dressed in lingerie or a girl dressed in Hooters outfit, again, underage, is creativity in the spirit of school activities. Combs also said that disciplinary actions have taken place and that all district staff will undergo social media and policy training before apologizing on behalf of the district. What the fuck? What? Social media and policy training? Listen, we gotta talk to you about no more of these fucking paddling festivities when you have underage kids dressed up in clad scant outfits. Like what? That's the punishment? How about you fucking fire these motherfuckers? Why is the mayor the principal? Fire this Happy motherfucker. His name is fucking Happy. His name is Happy. He's smiling happily In this photo I'm looking at, while a boy dressed as a girl is riding him. You know, here we go. What did people say about the incident? Twitter users took to the platform to express their opinion on what happened at Hazard High. Please tell me that Hazard High School stuff is fake. One person put, quote, when will there be charges filed for the mayor of Hazard? Exactly. For accepting lap dances from students. Another person put, this is not education. Another person wrote, I'll never understand how people can think that what happened at Hazard High School was okay or not that big of a deal. It's insane to me. Another person, goes on about the school being called Hazard and the guy being called Happy. I don't understand how this is okay. And the more that we allow it, like the parents should be fucking fuming. All the parents should be. I know he's the mayor. He's fucking happy, yada, yada. Dude, if you saw these photos, they're so fucking disturbing. They're so gross. All these parents should be at the school board demanding this guy's resignation. Demanding every teacher who participated in this, who was there, to be terminated. This can't go on. This guy, like, the fact that this went through somebody's mind, the fact that this fucking guy, this principal Mayor Happy, decided that it was a smart idea, a cool idea, a festive idea to have the teenage boys in the high school dressed up in lingerie and the girls dressed up as Hooters waitresses, giving lap dances, and in the photos, it's only the boys, again, dressed as girls, giving him lap dances, and then paddling them. How is that a good fucking idea for a school spirit? Or how is that? I guess that's him being creative. If that's him being creative, you're fucking fired. The mayor. What else is he doing that's quote unquote creative in the community? Makes you wonder. What was being done before? What has he done that wasn't reported on, that wasn't recorded, that wasn't outed? But never mind that. It's fucking Thursday. It is what it is. If the parents in Kentucky are happy with it, if you guys are cool with it, then I guess that's what matters. But I always say, be aware of what's happening in your schools. There's a mayor happy in every state, or a principal happy in every state. Most likely, probably, it's 2022. And if we don't stand up and put an end to it, it's never going to end. Talk to your kids. Stay close to them. Make sure they're okay. I always say you have to spy on their shit. They're not 18. You got to spy on them, man. You heard what happened the other day, the other episode I had, where the dude, the 15-year-old, invited that grown man to his house, thinking that he was a 15-year-old girl. And, you watch the episode. You don't want to know what happened. I don't want to repeat it. It's disturbing. It's horrible. Horrific. We have to. So this Thursday, get your shit done, guys. Finish strong today, because some of you probably off tomorrow, you lucky motherfuckers. I'll be here working all weekend, all day. But I got to make that money. If you want to help me out, you can feel free to cash at me. Link in the description. You can feel free to buy me a coffee. It'll help me a lot with hosting, because I got to pay for this hosting. Buzzsprout is fantastic, as you guys know. I love them, but I still got to pay. Anything will help. $1, $2, or you want to buy my book on Amazon? It's a great read. It's a good gift. It's $3.99. It's called Worthless by me, CJ Bronson. Check that out. And again, if you guys order food or you use any kind of rideshare service, please tip them well. If you tip $5 before, try tipping $6 or $7. It really helps us out with these increased gas prices. And it looks like it's not going down anytime soon. All right, guys. I love you all. Have a great Thursday. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.